Namaste everyone and welcome to my channel Sapna's Yoga Diary. In this video, I'm going to share my opinion on why Reiki and Vipassana are considered incompatible. So for your information, if you are not aware, if you are Reiki practitioner or if you're teaching Reiki commercially, and if you are going for a Vipassana retreat, then there are centers that may not allow you from the very first retreat, and there are centers which may allow you in the first one or two retreats, but later they will not entertain you. So S.N. Goenka ji also has mentioned, I have seen one of his videos in which he's talking about it, that these two, they don't go hand in hand. So you can either choose to teach Reiki, or you can learn and progress well in Vipassana. So you have to basically learn one out of these two. So this question was always there in my head, that why they are considered incompatible, why you can't teach both. So and there are many blogs on this question, but they don't give a clear picture. So in my Vipassana retreat, I asked this question to the teacher, and he did reply. Not completely, but he gave me the basic understanding, and then that reply together with the S.N. Goenka ji's discourse that you hear during the retreat, that makes it very clear that why they does not encourage to learn and teach both Reiki and Vipassana. So that is what I'm going to share in this video. So yeah. So when I asked this question to the Vipassana teacher, that why Reiki practitioner or teacher cannot learn Vipassana and teach, so he said that their philosophy differ. Reiki, when you learn Reiki, Reiki works on the principle that there has to be an energy exchange. So that's why people charge, basically, because it's easy to it's better to fix a fee rather than taking something else in return. So basically, you see, Reiki, when you are healing somebody, it's basically generally paid. Okay? And you will hear also people saying that Reiki should not be given for free, because it is based on the principle that it should not be given for free. There should be some energy exchange when you are healing someone with Reiki. Of course, there is a big background why it is so. We'll not get into that here. So yeah, that it works on the philosophy that there has to be energy exchange, and it generally happens in form of money. So Reiki is basically a paid healing process, healing technique. On the other hand, Vipassana, if you're not aware, it runs on the donation basis system. So everyone is welcome to learn Vipassana, and whatever you want to pay, you can pay at the end. So even if you do not want to pay, that is also okay. So if you go for Vipassana retreat, they take care of your food, your lodging, and then learning. Everything is basically free, and if you want to pay something, you can pay at the end based on whatever you like, donation basis. So Vipassana basically works on the principle that higher spiritual practices, they should not be commercialized. So there should not be any fee associated with the higher spiritual practices, because the moment you add a particular fee, then it will not be accessible to everyone. Okay, it will be only be open to some group of people who can afford it. It will not be open for all. And then other thing is, if you add money element into higher spiritual practices, there are chances that later, as you keep on teaching, commercializing, you will change the original form of it. Okay, authenticity could be compromised. So Vipassana goes with that philosophy. So and S.N. Goenka ji, he mentions in his discourse also that he was not the first one who learned Vipassana. Vipassana was already there in India long back. It was originated in India, but unfortunately we lost Vipassana. As people kept on practicing it, what they did is they manipulated the original practice, distorted it, and eventually it was lost. So S.N. Goenka ji, he didn't learn Vipassana in India. He was in Burma, and in Burma he learned Vipassana for almost, I think, 14 years, and then he introduced Vipassana again in India. So he got it, so India got Vipassana back through him. And so he made all attempt, and to keep the authenticity of it. That is why it is currently running on donation basis since the beginning. It is running on the donation basis system. So yeah, this is about Vipassana. That is about so we talked about the principles. So see, their philosophies are different. One believes that there should be a fixed fee. It's basically commercial, and on the other hand, Vipassana runs on the donation basis system. And now the reason why they prohibit people who are like Reiki practitioner or teacher not to learn Vipassana, I should not say not to learn Vipassana, because in the beginning they allow, later they just stop. After 2-3 retreats, they will not entertain Reiki practitioners or teachers. So what will happen if you allow? Understand, if at all a Reiki practitioner or teacher learns both, then what will happen? It is very difficult for someone, a professional, to practice and teach both with two different philosophies. Okay, it is going to be difficult for that person. Eventually what will happen? Either Vipassana will also be commercialized, or what will happen, they will not teach Vipassana, they will mix Reiki and Vipassana, and they'll come out with some new form. Basically, authenticity will be compromised. There can be distortion. There will be creation of some new form of something, like what is happening with yoga currently. Yoga, we all know, it has been distorted. There are so many distorted forms available. I don't know what people are learning. So, so yoga has been distorted today to a great extent, and it's very difficult to find authentic teachers. Same is happening with Reiki also. Okay, Reiki also, same thing is happening. You can learn all 3 levels on the same day. There is no check on whether the Reiki practitioners are basically practicing it or not. So, and then there are different forms of Reiki also that had been created. Like I've heard Rambo Reiki, Crystal Reiki. I don't know. I mean, I have just I came across all these forms, but understand, these was not originally created. People later modified the forms, and this is what Vipassana S.N. Goenka ji didn't want to happen with Vipassana. He wanted the authenticity to be maintained. He wanted the Vipassana to be available to the masses, everyone, without any condition. That is the reason, he discouraged the mixing of two. He discourages the, he's no more, sorry. So he basically, he didn't want the mixing of these two, Reiki and Vipassana. That is why the Reiki practitioners or teachers are not allowed to learn Vipassana and teach both. So yeah, I hope I made sense and everything is clear to you now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Namaste.